What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that all Amazon employees can relate to. Before the video gets started, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this video. But with that being said, let's get straight into number one. So number one on things that all Amazon employees can relate to is how annoying it is when a manager comes and stands or sits by your station and just sits on their laptops the entire time. It is really annoying to me when managers do this because there's multiple reasons. You never know what they're doing. Like, why did they choose my station specifically to come and go on their laptop? Are they about to write me up? Are they about to ask me why my rates are so bad? Are they about to, give me like a little training course that they do every now and then? Like, what is their plans? Why are they sitting by my station? Are they just sitting there just to sit on their laptop? Because that happens a lot, like pretty often as well. And it's like, what are y'all doing? Honestly, it's one of the most annoying things that happens sometimes. It's just, I'll just be stowing, I'll be enjoying my day, everything's going fine, and then I see a manager walking my way, and then they're not paying attention to me necessarily, but then they'll come and they'll put their laptop on like one of my stack of totes or something like that, and they'll just be on their laptop the entire time. They won't even be talking to you, they won't even look in your direction, and then half the time they'll come and say hey, and then they'll show you something on their laptop, and they'll talk about either your rates or maybe some mistakes you made or anything like that, and then the other half, they'll just walk off, and it's like, what are y'all doing? And it's really annoying to me. Number two on things that all Amazon employees can relate to. Maybe not everyone can relate to this, especially if you've only been working here for like maybe not that long, but number two is how hard it is to not leave when you're having a bad day. So with Amazon, obviously, unlike other jobs, you can just straight up leave whenever you want. You don't have to notify any manager. You could just go. You could just get out of there and go. And a lot of times there's a lot of benefits about that, but there are also some cons. And if you don't have enough like self-control basically, and you're having a really bad day, since you don't have to tell anybody that you're leaving and you could just get up and leave, sometimes it is a little bit difficult to just be like, I'm not feeling this today, or I don't want to be here today, let me just leave. And it can be really difficult sometimes, especially if you're just not having a good day at work at all. And it sucks, especially in the beginning of the year, if you've had consecutive days like that where maybe your mental health isn't doing the best, or maybe work is just annoying, your managers are annoying you, you're just not having a good day in general. Whatever the case may be, if you're not having a good day while you're at work and you want to leave, you do have the power to just leave. And sometimes it can be really difficult to fight that urge to leave because you want to save your time off for the rest of the year. You don't want to work the entirety of peak, so you want to save your time off for peak. But at the end of the day, you kind of just, there's an option to just leave, so you just leave. And it really sucks sometimes how difficult it is to not just use your time off. Number three on all things Amazon employees can relate to, that is how boring the job gets sometimes. If you've been at Amazon for a few months, you kind of start to get through, I guess, the honeymoon phase where you're like, this is really easy. This is really like simple, and I don't get why people hate it. Once you pass that phase, you get to the phase where it's like, all right, I've been doing the same thing for like 6 months now. This is starting to get really boring, and overall, I just want to do something new. After a while, the job can start to get really boring, and I think that that's something that all Amazon employees can relate to. Nobody likes a boring job, and it can be very mentally taxing if you're working a boring job. So the fact that Amazon is a pretty boring job and you're doing the same stuff day in and day out, I think it's something that all Amazon employees can relate to. Now for number four, this one is how annoying it can be when getting a message on your screen. They send messages on your screen constantly, all day long, but you never know what that message is gonna be. And sometimes it can be really annoying to get spammed your messages, especially when you're trying to just do workflow and you get a message maybe saying like, hey, your break will be at 3 p.m. today instead of your normal time. And then you might get that same exact message from multiple managers over and over, and it keeps like basically spamming your screen, and you can't get your work done because you're just trying to work, and then you hear the little noise that plays on your screen when you get a message, and then you're like, all right, you clear it, and then you stow for a little bit more, or you pack or whatever you're doing. Maybe not pack, because pack don't get messages on the screen, but maybe you are picking for a little bit, and then you get another message on your screen, and it's like, what's going on? And also it really sucks because sometimes you could just straight up dread those messages. Sometimes they're like, hey, can you come help out on shipping dock? And if you're like me and you don't like shipping dock, those messages absolutely suck, and they're the worst to get. Or sometimes, especially when it's slow in your department, they're like, can you come help out with water spider? Can you come help out with pack or pick or whatever it may be? It's really annoying to get those messages sometimes because you know that they're going to ask you to do something you don't want to do. And I think a lot of Amazon employees dread those messages, especially if you just want to come in and do your one position. If you just like to do pack and you just want to come in and do your pack, it's annoying to get told, hey, go do this, go do that, and go move somewhere else. It's really annoying. And number five on things that all Amazon employees can relate to. Now I know that almost everyone will be able to relate to this, and that's how annoying it is when they harass you about rates on a day that you know that there was no work or the work is really bad. What I mean by this is, let's say you go in on Wednesday and the water spider is just not giving you work, or maybe let's say you're in Stowe, the water spider is just not giving you work, or shipping dock just doesn't have enough items coming in, so of course you're not going to get any work, and because of that your rates are going to fall really bad, and you're going to have bad rates. You're going to be below the rate expectancy, and you're just not going to have a good day of work overall. Days like that are super annoying, but what's even more annoying is when you go in the next day on Thursday or Friday and they come and say, hey, on Wednesday you were below the mark, you didn't hit your rates, what happened, why did you only do 50% of what you're asked for? And then they just talk to you and they're like, hey, what happened, why did you work so bad? And it's just like, come on. And then they do an audit on you as well. They watch you work, and it's just like, y'all know exactly why I didn't do as good as I'm supposed to be doing. It's because there was no work, and it's just really annoying. Or maybe you're in pick as well. This happens in pick all the time too. Sometimes there's just absolutely no work in pick, and you'll get the release pod notification on your screen over and over after so many pods come, and after a while it's just like, I know my rates are falling because there's nothing to pick. And then you also know that they're going to come talk to you the next day and be like, why were your rates so bad yesterday? I know that the learning ambassadors are just doing their jobs, or maybe the PAs are just doing their jobs, but at the same time it's like, why are y'all even meant to do this when y'all know damn well that it wasn't our fault? It was the fact that there was no work to do. I hate coming in on days when there's no work, because I know that in the future there is a possibility that they will come and harass you about your rates, even though it's not your fault. That can be super annoying sometimes, but that's going to be the end of that video. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream yesterday. Today's Monday, right? Yeah, so yesterday, thank you so much guys for tuning into the stream. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I will be live again this Sunday at 4 p.m. CST, so go ahead and check that out. But with that being said, I'm going to end that there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you all. Peace.